So it's a very great vacuum in our hearts today in the family of the Tertiary Sisters of St. Francis.
I grieve.
Blessed are you, O Lord, for our sister death, whom none of us can escape. In his canticle of the Sun, Saint Francis of Assisi blesses God for death, saying, Blessed are you, O Lord, for our sister death, whom none of us can escape. For Saint Francis, and by implication, for all who are guided by the spirituality of Saint Francis, death is to be seen as a natural part of life and the gateway to eternal life. Sister Zita Nain has been a tertiary sister of St. Francis, living and being guided by the spirituality of St. Francis for 54 years. At 54 years in religious life, she embraces death, the natural part of life. At 72 years of age, the gateway to eternal life opens for her. The first event marking the tear-filled celebration of her departure was a wakekeep mass at 4 p.m. of Friday, the 6th of September, thus 2024, by the Vicar General of the Diocese of Kumbo, Monsignor Oliver Shey, at the Convent of the Sisters in Shisong, and participated in by her biological family, the Shisong Parish Family, the staff of the hospital complex, and some students of the Catholic School of Health Sciences, Shisong.
Thank you very, very much for bringing it to come to this Mass. We are very, very grateful. You have always stood by us, and we believe that you will continue to stand by us. Thank you very, very much. God bless you.
Another Mass was celebrated at 6 p.m. and another at 11 p.m. and another at 5:30 a.m. each participated in by the different communities that make up the larger community of the Tertiary Sisters of St. Francis, here in the now St. Francis province of the Tertiary Sisters of St. Francis.
Francis composed his canticle of the preachers. He had as one of the verses, Sister Death, whom none of us can escape.
The next morning, Saturday the 7th of September, the provincial leadership team led a group of sisters and workers to the farewell home of the hospital complex for the removal of Sister Zita's remains. An office of the dead was set for her.
I waited for the Lord. And he stood down to me. He heard my cry.
Her remains were viewed. Whenever a tertiary sister is caught up by death, which St. Francis says none of us can escape, the leadership team carries out what is called the funeral rite of the Tertiary Sisters of St. Francis. It involves reading a poem under the title, Miss Me, But Let Me Go.
When I come to the end of the road, and the sun has set for me, I want no right in a gloom-filled room. Why cry for a soul set free? Miss me a little, but not for long.
Then, a rite of committal.
Through Sister Death, our sister Zita Nain has been called into eternal life. As we commit her soul back to the Creator,
A prayer over the remains.
Most High God, we place our sister Zita Nain into your hands.
Intercessions.
And reward all the sisters who have tirelessly assisted her in
prayer and sprinkling with holy water,
into the life of God,
a song, and a concluding prayer and blessing.
Creator of the earth, from which our sister came, don't grieve for me, for now I am free.
Sister Zita Nain, whose name was originally Christina Nain, was born on the 19th of August in the year 1952 at Njinikom. She was baptized in 1960, received First Holy Communion in 1960, and was confirmed in the year 1963. Sister Zita did her primary education at Girls' School in Njinikom, where she obtained her first school living certificate in 1967. Sister Zita joined the Tertiary Sisters of St. Francis the same year she completed her primary education. She made her first profession in the year 1970 and her final profession in the year 1976. She celebrated her Silver Jubilee of Religious Profession in 1995 and her Golden Jubilee 4 years ago in the year 2020. In 1981, Sister Zita did a course on natural family planning in the Archdiocese of Bamenda with the Association for Natural Family Planning. In 1985, she obtained the Grade 1 certificate in St. Pius X Teacher Training College, Tatum. Sister Zita served as the teacher of basic education within the ecclesiastical province of Bamenda in places such as Njinikom, Ngar, Bali, and Shisong. Sister Zita also served as a seamstress for the congregation of the Tertiary Sisters of St. Francis as she sewed the habits and other attires of the sisters.
She has been the one sewing the habits of the sisters. If you see us well dressed today, we are all putting on what Sister Zita sewed for us.
During her last years on earth, she was the manager of the sewing department in the Shisong Convent. A calm and soft-spoken sister. For some months, her health had not been the best, and she finally rested in the Lord on Wednesday the 4th of September 2024 at exactly 6:15 p.m. at the Cardiac Center, Shisong. And today, Bishop George Nkuo celebrates her funeral mass at the Sacred Heart Parish, Shisong, participated in by the provincial leadership team from the sister provinces, Maria Huber in Bamenda and St. Clair in Boy, Sister Zita's biological family.
As we say goodbye to our beloved sister, we acknowledge her wonderful legacy and that of all good religious such as she. We thank the Lord for the many blessings with which He blessed her, the strong faith which He gifted her, and we entrust her warm, gentle soul to the merciful embrace of the God she served so well.
Reverend Sister Zita Nain, you are truly blessed, and your works go with you. But I may they say, we will suffer a bit from your good works. If being a kid is about learning how to live, then being a grown-up is about learning how to die. Thank you for coming to join us to commend one of our dear sisters, Sister Zita Nain, to the Lord, and to thank the Lord for the gift of her life and vocation as a tertiary sister of St. Francis, and praying for the repose of her soul.
Our prayers are now ended, and we bid our last farewell.
My name is Francis of Assisi, brother for dead sister Zita. Well, as we for the family, we give everything for God in hand. I always wear sister if they talk for your dress. As we like the family, we commit just so all the life into God's hand. And we thank all the sisters for the great help where they don't take care for you up to the time where God finally call you. So we, the family, we are glad plenty. We not know the support, but we all support where we feel thank all the sisters. Any person we don't try, forgive you any helping hand during this 4 months of illness. I think now only God do one. He will bless the people them abundantly.
I'm Sister Perpetua, a tertiary sister of St. Francis. And I am standing here on the funeral day of Sister Zita Nain. She was a very calm and peaceful sister among us. Did her work with a lot of dedication. She's above 70, but we all feel a certain pain in our hearts missing her. She has suffered. We all pray that God should make her to rest, but the reality is so difficult. So the sisters are really saddened by her passing away. She has been on and off in her sickness, and we never expected her to go so soon. So it's a very great vacuum in our hearts today in the family of the Tertiary Sisters of St. Francis. Given the fact that for these years she has been the one sewing the habits of the sisters. If you see us well dressed today, we are all putting on what Sister Zita sewed for us. So we are going to miss her great.
I come from Junicom, but married to a Songman from Gonson. Well, as for the departure of sister, I grieve. I grieve only because we were the two of us here. Sister Zita is a cousin to me, and she is my elder. She grew up with my father and us as so little, and went to the convent when she too was so little. Then I came to meet her here when I got married to Mr. Francis Saikila. So I am so saddened because she has left me here alone. I'm just alone. But I thank God for the Sisters of St. Francis because they took extreme care. They did so much for her. They did so much, and I lack words to express my joy for them.